Well, good morning. It is Friday morning, a new day, new beginning, new opportunity. You know, I'm blessed and thankful just to be able to see, to walk, to talk, to be able to just take in this day, knowing that it is a part of my destiny and it's a part of my journey. And I appreciate this moment to be with you, and also just appreciate just being in the moment. That being said, you know, it's important to understand how we live and why we live in order to give us direction and understanding for our existence. And why is it important is because I was up at 4 a.m. and it hit me that this idea of something called the 3 F's. And I wrote it down on a piece of paper because I'm going to be using it in my presentations. And the 3 F's that I'm referring to that I want to share with you in this short segment, the first F is failure. Failures are going to happen. Failures are a part of life. We have to normalize failures, but we also have to expect failures because it's going to come. Anybody who is quote unquote successful or great or has put themselves in a position where they can be admired for their achievements, they had to go through more failures than they actually succeeded. And when you fail, you're also going to have the second F come. And the second F is falling. You are going to fall hard. When you fall hard, you're going to fall on your face, your elbows, your knees. You're going to have bumps and bruises. You might have some scrapes. You might have some blood. You know, something else might just happen depending on how you fall. But the fall doesn't kill you, and the fall doesn't break you. It just puts a temporary cut or bruise on you that will heal up in about a week or two, depending on how you treat it. And the last F comes around called force. When you fail and you fall hard, you are forced to get up by choice. And if you choose not to get up, your results are a reflection of that. But if you choose to get up and fight from a mental framework, not from a physical framework, because life is more or less 80% or 90% a mental game, and anywhere between 20 to 10% a physical game. When you can mentally put yourself in a place where you're not caught up in the worldview or the world standards or how people should feel your station in life should be determined based on labels, status, credentials, etc. When you're playing the mind game, you're actually 10 steps ahead of everybody else who is being conditioned by the worldview, by social media, by music videos, by the politicians, by educational systems, by places of work. I mean, you can be a product of your environment, or you can be a product of your thought process and leverage what the environment's giving you. So those 3 F's are crucial. And they're crucial because when you can understand how to strategically leverage failures and falling, it's going to be the test to see what are you going to do. Are you going to force yourself to get back up and dust yourself off the next day and get back in the game with a different frame of mind that is not based on being emotional, but being rational? And are you going to put yourself in a position to then clear your mind of all ideas of trying to prove something to other people, but you're proving it to yourself? Ultimately, that's your only competition. When you look in the mirror every day, that is your only competition right there. And that's the only person you have to answer to and prove something to, because your existence and the contract that you make with yourself to define how you live and why you live is based on the conversation you have with the person in the mirror. Take some time to understand the 3 F's, how they apply to your life, how you can maybe strategize on using them to help you play the mental game of life versus the physical game of life. Because the more people that get physical, the more that we're seeing things where people are becoming more related to drugs and alcohol. There's an increase in that. There's an increase in mental health conditions. There's an increase in physical health like diabetes, obesity. There's also a lot of different health issues like high rates of cancer, etc. All these things are happening because people are playing more a physical game than a mental game. And the mental game is very important. We have to protect our mind. We have to, as Jim Rohn says, you have to stand guard at the door of your mind. You have to stand guard. You got to protect it. It is your asset. And if you can stand guard at the door of your mind, you're going to protect it, but you're going to filter what goes in and what stays out. Take this time to understand your 3 F's. Take this time to stand guard at the door of your mind, and let's see what this type of day and life has for you, because you know what? I'm excited for you. I'm happy for you. I'm so enthusiastic for all my viewers out there who actually watch my videos and share them with other people, because I know that by doing this, people are getting a message that nobody else is offering. And in addition to that, people are also using this information to truly help them. This is your source of hope. This is your source of help. This is your source of inspiration. Leverage it to your best capabilities, and I'll see you guys all at the top. Have a great day.